Okay, so for chapter 1, we're supposed to be going over the levels of organization, homeostasis, and directional terms within the body. So first, for levels of organization, you have an atom, which is the basic unit of matter, and then molecules are made up of multiple atoms. They're just atoms bonded together. And then you have macromolecules, which are small molecules combined. Then you get on to cells. The macromolecules make cells, which is the basic structural and functional unit of living organisms. Cells make up tissues. Tissues are just group cells with similar functions. Then you go down to organs. Organs are made up of these tissues, and the tissues work together to make the organ function. Organs compose organ systems. So once you have one organ, you have different organs working together to make a system, like the circulatory system, for example. And then you have, a whole entire organism. An organism is an individual able to proceed all basic life processes. So anything living, basically. So those are the levels of organization. And then we also talked about homeostasis. Homeostasis is the body's function to maintain stable, balanced internal environment. So there's negative feedback loops for homeostasis and positive feedback loops. A negative feedback loop, I just drew like a circle for an example. So a common example of a negative feedback loop for homeostasis is temperature regulation. So when your body temperature rises above your set point or whatever, you have receptors and effectors. These receptors send signals to your brain to let your brain know that, hey, your body temperature is rising. And then it goes, your hypothalamus, which controls your set point and your homeostasis, activates the effectors, which activate a cooling response to lower your body temperature back to normal. So down here it's going to go down, here it's going to go up, and it's just an internal cycle which maintains your body's temperature. A positive feedback loop example is childbirth. Positive feedback loops mostly amplify the occurrence of events happening within the body. So you can start with nerve impulses are sent from the cervix, are transmitted to your brain. Then your brain stimulates your pituitary gland to secrete oxytocin. The oxytocin is then carried to the bloodstream and the uterus. The uterus then starts to contract, and the baby's head pushes on the cervix. Once the baby's head is pushing on the cervix, that's right here, it goes back to the nerve impulses, which create stronger contractions each and every time. So that's a little bit about homeostasis and negative feedback loops and positive feedback loops. We're also supposed to go over directional terms like anterior, posterior. So I just drew like a little human diagram. I can also demonstrate like on myself. So first of all, anterior and posterior. Anterior is, I don't even know where my arrows are at. Oh, I guess I don't have any. Anterior is the front, so like this part of my body. Posterior is the back, so like the back of my head. Then you have superior, inferior. I drew lines. Superior is your upper part, so my head is superior to my feet. My feet are inferior to my head, so up and down. Medial and lateral, you have a midline. Everyone has a midline, so anything closer to your midline is going to be considered medial. So like my heart is going to be medial to my thumb. My thumb is going to be lateral to my heart. And there's my arrows. Distal and proximal. Distal is, so like the tips of your fingers are distal to my shoulder, because my shoulder is where my limb is attached to the base of my body. So my shoulder would be proximal, my fingertip would be distal. I also have it on here. My example here is a leg. And then superficial and deep. Superficial is like right on top of the skin. It doesn't involve like the inside of your body. Deep is going to be considered like in your mouth or like in your body, in your organs. I put arrows here for my head. So that is about directional terms, homeostasis, and the levels of organization.